Hello and welcome back to Bookish, and welcome to the Bro Code, the Victorian edition. As we all know, last month was Victober, a month in which we shred Victorian titles, and I shredded 5 Victorian titles in the month of October. In the course of reading those 5 books, I learned some very valuable things about the Victorian Bro Code, dude. Those Victorians had a Bro Code too, and I'm going to highlight 10 things from that Victorian Bro Code. But first, let me tell you about the 5 Victorian books that I shredded. Book number 1, The Wonderful Adventures of Mrs. Seacole in Faraway Lands. This is a memoir of a woman named Mary Seacole who was born in Jamaica. She's of mixed race heritage, but a subject of the British Empire to which she was incredibly loyal. She was an enterprising woman with skills in nursing, natural herbal remedies, all natural. No, synthetics. And she followed the British Army to the Crimean Peninsula during the Crimean War, where she served as a nurse, and she opened a hotel which brought in wounded and ill British soldiers, and she took care of them, and they loved her for it. The book itself, not always interesting, but the subject matter, very interesting. Book number 2, by Victorian Shredfest, War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells. This classic sci-fi novel really gripped me, much better than I thought it was going to be. Essentially, these squid creatures from outer space come down to Earth and they start to take over England. Our narrator is there at the beginning, and he's there at the end, and he tells us about all the things that happened, about the creatures and how they were defeated, and what happened to British society when the creatures came. It was much better than I thought. Some places actually horrifying. I was a little bit scared. Book number 3 that I read was Dr. Thorne by Anthony Trollope, one of my new favorite Victorian authors. Dr. Thorne is the 3rd novel in the Barchester Chronicles. Really loved Barchester Towers last year. This year I read Dr. Thorne. And Dr. Thorne is friends to everybody. He's raising his niece. For reasons I can't get into, for spoiler reasons, he's raising his niece. He's friends with the local, big landowner, local big man, local gentry. He's friends with that guy, knows all his secrets. Knows all his family's secrets. He's also friends with the local rich guy who worked his way up from nothing. He knows that guy's secrets too. And it comes together, and the story is really involved, and lots of characters, and lots of stuff happened. I thought it was a little bit slow-paced, to be honest with you. But nonetheless, it was very good. Book number 4, my Victorian novel book shredathon, was Adam Bede by George Eliot. Gotta admit, this one was tough for me. Eliot's style doesn't always work for him, but it tells a really beautiful story about an honorable man named, you guessed it, Adam Bede. And it's set in a beautiful rural English locale, which Eliot describes eloquently. And it involves class conflicts between the poor and the rich and the gentry, and social mores involving relationships, the proper relationships between young men and young women. And it was moving, and it was powerful. Not always my favorite thing. And the 5th novel, not really a novel, more of a novella, that I shredded was Cousin Phyllis by Elizabeth Gaskell. I listened to this as an audiobook, just like I did with War of the World, just like I did with the Mrs. Seacole book. I listened to it as an audiobook, and it was very good. Very moving. Story in which a young narrator, main character named Paul, who is a doofus, not really a bro, but a doofus, meets his cousin Phyllis and other people, and he introduces cousin Phyllis to his boss, and all kinds of romantic entanglements and stuff happens. It was very good. I liked it a lot. But in reading those 5 Victorian novels, I realized the Victorians had a bro code, just like we do today. Rules about how bros are supposed to behave. So I thought I'd share with you now the 10 Bro Code rules that I learned from reading these Victorian novels. Here we go. The Bro Code, the Victorian edition. Victorian bro code rule number 1. Be kind to your mother. I learned this by reading Mrs. Seacole and her wonderful adventures in faraway lands. Those soldiers of the Crimea thought about Mrs. Seacole like a mother. They called her Mother Seacole. And they were kind to her. They helped her get her pigs back. And they relied on her, and they counted her, and they took care of her. They protected her, made sure she was going to be okay. They admired her. They loved her. Mrs. Seacole taught me that bros in the Victorian era loved their mothers. They were kind to their mothers. That's bro code rule number 1 for the Victorian edition. Victorian bro code rule number 2. Don't let other bros see you panic. I learned this from reading H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds. Our narrator is stuck in kind of a pit of an old destroyed house, and the aliens are right outside. They're sucking the life out of people. They're building up their alien forces. And this other dude our narrator's stuck with, he panics. He's always on the verge of panicking. And our dude has to fight him, literally beat him up. Eventually, that panicky dude, he gets it because he panicked. Bro code rule, Victorian bro code rule number 2. Don't let other bros see you panic. Number 1, it drives them crazy. And they pound you down, they beat you up. Number 2, you're probably going to get eaten by aliens. Bro code rule number 3 from the Victorian era. If you're going to talk the talk, you're going to walk the walk, brother. I also learned this from H.G. Wells' novel, The War of the Worlds. Our narrator runs into another man who has all these grand plans for bringing the aliens down over time. But when it comes down to doing something, that bro won't do anything. So he's not a real bro, not a Victorian bro. Our narrator has to ditch him. We don't know what happened to him. Victorian bro code rule number 4. 4. Bros know that chivalry ain't dead. Also from H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds. Our narrator's brother, whose story we learn later, sticks up for a couple of women who are like lost in the sea of people panicking and fleeing London, and their very lives are in danger. And our narrator's brosif brother rescues them. He stands up for them. He helps them escape. He keeps them safe. They do a lot of impressive things too. It's not just him. Those young women are helping out too. But he's doing his part. He's standing up for these women who are in danger. Victorian bro code rule number 4. Victorian bro code rule number 5. You gotta fight for your sister. Real bros fight for their sister. And learn this from Dr. Thorne. In Dr. Thorne, one of our main characters' sister is ditched. Essentially has her engagement broken off by another young man who wants to pursue a wealthier woman. Does our character stand for having his sister disrespected like that? He does not. He gets a bullwhip and he beats the guy down in a public street. Bro code rule number 5. Fight for your sister. Don't forget. Bro code rule number 6. Love is more important than money. It's more powerful. It's better than money. I learned this also from Dr. Thorne, where the same character who beat his sisters, the guy who ditched his sister down on the streets of London, he's in love with Dr. Thorne's niece. She's penniless. She has no money. His family is struggling for money. His whole family is telling you have to marry for money. He says, no, I will not marry for money. I'm in love, and I will marry for love. Bro code rule number 6. Love, more powerful than money. I didn't believe it at first. I thought that can't be right. But it is. Victorian bro code rule number 7. Bros don't tell other bros secrets. You bro trust you with that secret. You keep that secret. I learned this from reading Cousin Phyllis by Elizabeth Gaskell, where our doofus non-bro main narrator tells his best friend's secret to his best friend's girl. And has disastrous consequences. Don't do it. You keep those bro secrets, unless of course it's going to really hurt somebody. Keep those bro secrets, unless of course it involves something illegal. Keep those bro secrets, unless it involves some kind of assault against women or anybody else. You keep those bro secrets. Don't tell your bro secrets to his girl. That's not bro behavior. That's not Victorian bro behavior. Victorian bro code rule number 8. Bros before lovely, young, sexually adventuresome women. I learned this by reading Adam Bede. In Adam Bede, Adam is in love with this young woman named Hetty, only to find out that she has in fact been with one of his best friends. Does he let that ruin his friendship? He does not. He and his friend come to blows. There's a fight. There's a Donnybrook. There's a brouhaha. But in the end, they shake hands. And everything goes back to being okay. I know. Surprising. But still. Bro code rule number 9. I also learned from reading Adam Bede. Bros can be sensitive. Man, that Adam Bede is a sensitive dude. He falls in love deeply, for real, forever. And it tears him apart when his first love doesn't work out. It's awful. He almost dies. Willing to kill for his first love. He can love deeply. Bros can be sensitive. They can care about their moms. They can care about their brothers. They can care about their dogs. They can care about the women they love. Bros can be sensitive. And finally, bro code rule number 10 from the Victorian edition. The bro code doesn't apply to your actual brother. Who knew? Your actual brother is not covered by bro code, at least not in the Victorian era. I learned this again from Adam Bede because in Adam Bede, one brother kind of, steals his brother's girlfriend. And the other brother is okay with that. Shocking. I don't think that's cool. I don't think that'd be bro code today. But back then, apparently, that was okay. One brother could steal another brother's girlfriend, and it would be okay. Strange, Adam Bede confused me quite a bit. But I still learned valuable bro code stuff in the Victorian era by reading those 5 Victorian novels. Now, the bro code from the Victorian era should not be applied to the modern day. Things have changed. We know, and we should know, that women can take care of themselves. We don't have to do that for them. We should know that we shouldn't keep our bros' secrets when those bros have done really bad stuff. But, Victorian era, these are their rules. Not my rules. These are their rules. Anyway, there you go. There's my Victober wrap-up. There are the 10 Bro Code Victorian edition rules that I discovered by reading those 5 books. I hope next year to discover more, and I will share more Victorian Bro Code rules with you next year. I look forward to the comments in the comment section below, and as always, thank you for watching.